Today, we're working on a Huracan, otherwise known as a Volkswagen. It is a Volkswagen, by the way, if you didn't know. It's basically an Audi R8 with body panels. Okay, so this is my buddy John's car. He bought it last week. We're doing front and rear brakes and rotors on it, and then we're gonna tackle kind of some little nuance on this. The front oil coolers on this car, it has about 17,000 miles on it. Because it sits so low, the front oil coolers are a bit dinged up from rocks and general road grime. So we're gonna do the front and rear brakes, and then we are going to painstakingly comb the fins on these oil coolers to make them straight. So that way, when it goes to paint to fix some of the other issues, they can paint those black and make it look minty. Anyways, Huracan, Lamborghini, we can work on them. I have the tools. And I figured out yesterday, my scan tool can pull all the PIDs and all of the modules on this car. So I am technically fully capable of working on your Huracan or your Lamborghini, if you own one. So this car was wrapped before, so they took the wrap off, but you can tell even at 17,000 miles, you can see all the damage to the oil cooler. And the car sits so dang low that like rocks and debris, anything on the highway will come in and smack this. And to me, one of the first things I noticed when I looked at the front end of this car is the damage to the oil cooler. The rest of the car is basically pristine, but the oil cooler kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. So we're gonna go through and clean that up, comb it. We're not replacing them by any means, because I'm sure these are astronomically expensive and they still work. So we're just gonna clean the fins up and get them straight. So my buddy Justin at Tanner's Customs can paint them and get them looking pretty, so you don't really see them anymore. Other thing I want to show you, which we are not doing ourselves, Justin's taking care of. Whenever you put aftermarket exhausts on these cars, like the day after you put an aftermarket exhaust on these, the comb, like the rear bumper, the honeycomb, starts to fade. The heat from the aftermarket exhaust, because there's no real heat wrap on it, tends to start killing the paint here, this faded black. Anyways, Justin's gonna take care of that, but that's another item that is in plan. So basically, as soon as we get the brakes done and get this stuff done, it's going to Justin's next week, and they're gonna fix that. The exhaust on this car is titanium, and it does have a pinhole leak from one of the hangers that broke. So while the bumper is off getting painted, they're gonna fix the leak on the exhaust as well. So if you come over here, if we have to take the exhaust off anyways, we should just twin turbo it. That makes sense in my head. Like if we gotta take the bumper and the exhaust off, let's just put turbos on it. That sounds like a brilliant idea to me. Yeah. So we're already there. We're literally halfway there. Allegedly, Sheepy has a turbo kit for this car, parts, labor, tuning, installed out the door for like $37,000. In my opinion, that is a fucking steal. Considering the MSRP of the car, $37,000 for a twin turbo kit, dude, just shut up and take my money. Like that's my opinion. We have customers who spend more on their Subarus. Let that sink in. To be extra careful. John knows where I live, so I can't break the car. So I can't really show you until I get it up in the air, but there are lift points for this car. The nice thing about Huracans is they're like nicely serviceable and they're actually reliable. Something about when Volkswagen bought Lamborghini, they became more reliable.
It's on bags. It's bagged. Is your Volkswagen Corrado bagged? Nope. This is a Volkswagen Beetle, it's two-door.
I can't figure out how to roll the window down.
You press the window down button.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for that.
And it's in the center, right above the screen.
Ah, Lamborghini certified, bro.
No big deal.
This is like a Corvette, but way cooler.
This is the first Audi S6 I've ever worked on.
Steven has been prepping for the rage bait. Like he literally has spent hours thinking about how he's gonna rage bait people on this car.
No weird noises yet.
All right, go ahead and hit it, buddy. Hit it. Hey! Hey! Hit the button.
I hit the button.
Really? Oh, beautiful.
What's this Volkswagen? They built the Corrado better than this thing.
Doing brakes on a Volkswagen Tiguan. Oh yeah, baby. That is crazy. These are aftermarket wheels. And I'm gonna have to like pull the bolts out while holding the wheel up. Those cheap fucks. They don't have hub-centric rings on them. So like the wheel just wants to fall off when I take the lugs out. Is Rohana a nice wheel company? I don't know anything about it. I wonder if I even have to take the caliper off. I might be able to take the pads out and then just move the rotor out. Look at that fucking race car, bro. Thank God he doesn't have the mono lugs, you know, the big center cap ones that torque to like fucking, I think it's like 300 or something like that. Dude, that's like, I asked John specifically, I'm like, it's not mono lug, right? because I don't have the tooling to do that. I would buy it if I needed it, but that, and it also doesn't have carbon ceramics on it. Thank the Lord. I need a Torx bit, pads, just like every other Brembo on the planet, except just expensive. I thought that would work, but I'm wrong. AllData doesn't have service repair information for this car, but my scanner does, and I can just basically look up an Audi R8 and it will give me the same data. That's the life hack. If you can't find repair data, go look up Audi R8 stuff. All jokes aside, me calling it a freaking Tiguan, these are very, very, very similar to an Audi R8. If you need repair information, that's where I would look. Pin bracket, just like any other Brembo style caliper. Oh, they are Brembos. Yep. Indeed, Brembo confirmed. The moment of truth. I'll be honest with you, John, these don't look that bad. He said the brakes were not that confidence inspiring. I think they might have a little bit of a warp to them. So I'm just depressing the pistons back into the caliper. It's easier to do it with the pads still in the car. They look fine to me. So now I have to remove this from this. That rotor design is freaking sick, bro. This is literally like every Audi I've ever done with the caliper design and everything. It's an R8. It's just a really expensive R8. Since Steven's not here, can I boss you around, Zach? I need the zip ties out of the zip tie drawer. Notice I'm using my dead blow like a good noodle so I don't risk picking up the calipers. If these pins weren't here, we could probably change this disc without taking the caliper off. John, your strut is bad. Look at this. It's not leaking, but the boot's torn. You know what that means in Lamborghini land? Replace the whole assembly. $5 grand later. I know my dirty ass hands getting all over this clean rotor. I'll clean it, don't worry. You know, they do make like a pin tool that like you unbolt and then you can like slide the caliper out instead of having to, you know, completely disconnect it, but.
I smell a Volkswagen bolt. Yep, that's straight off a 1993 Corrado. All right guys, today we're gonna do a dirtybility test on a Lamborghini Huracan STO.
Steven, I need the brake pads.
Got lost in the mail.
Thanks, buddy. Oh no, sacrilege. I'm installing them dry without lubricant. Someone on the internet is going to roast me for it on a YouTube short. You know why? Because they get grimy and gross and they don't.
Shut them down. Shut down Vendetta. They don't know what they're doing. Are they even licensed? Who knows? Come find out. Send every type of enforcement you can. DEA, because we have a pound of coke.
You ever wondered if brakes in a Lamborghini are hard? The answer is no. I went intentionally slow and it was still easy. It's like an R8, identical to an R8.
Yeah, because I've done an R8 before.
Mint. These are not that tight, I will say. Look at this cool dual caliper setup we got here. That's some race car shit. Do they make these all-wheel drive? Do they have all-wheel drive Huracans?
Yeah. It's rare to find the rear-wheel drive one.
Okay, so what I'm gonna try and do is cheat. I might have to put it in service mode, but if I can get away with having to do that, I will. If I can just slide this caliper off, I will do that. You got your bungees, sir? That's crazy. I could probably buy brakes for this on Rock Auto. I guarantee you they're there. They might not be under a Lamborghini. Actually, you know what? Rock Auto's pretty wild. They probably do have them. It's for this car.
Huracan 2020.
Dynamic friction, baby. $32.
The rotor is 612.
$612.
Because the rest are sold out.
I mean, that doesn't really shock me. $612 a piece, or are they a pair?
Piece.
Triple square. You need these on servicing your Volkswagen Tiguan. Yeah, buddy. Nice.
Fun fact about the Huracan Evos, the rear-wheel drive ones like these have a different front bumper than the all-wheel drive ones, and this one's better.
Why is that, by the way?
I don't know. I just know this one's better.
The problem is I don't know supercars, so rear-wheel drive is rare.
It's harder to find in the Huracans. I don't know for sure, but I think like the early ones had rear-wheel drive, like the R8s did. They didn't have rear-wheel drive till the Evo, if I'm not mistaken.
You know what's nice about working on cars like this? They're always clean and they're not rusty. Haha, I can. I'm just gonna set that right there. Really? Bruh.
Moving.
You know what this calls for? The air hammer. Am I How about that? Wee bit rusty. Oh yeah. Those some chonkers, bro. There we go. God damn. I had to say something. I had to say that it was going smoothly. The best part is I can't see what I'm doing. Wheels on, and that's it. We're done after that. Brakes on a Lamborghini, Volkswagen GTI, Audi R8. They're all the same. I don't think a VW bus has Brembos on it, but that'd be really cool. Anyways, they're basically the same on both sides. So the only difference is this one has the e-brake here. So we just moved it to the side, did the rotor and the pads. Easy, gravy. You can do this at home if you want to. If you own a Lamborghini, you want to work in your own car, not a problem. And you can buy a $1,500 scan tool like the Autel and be able to read everything on it, because paying dealer price for that, because it's just an Audi R8. That's a wrap. Lamborghini, they're actually nice to work on. When Volkswagen purchased them, they became more reliable. That's when they stopped sucking. Lamborghini, I'm sorry, I'm gonna bait the entire internet on this one, but I think the 80s, like Lamborghinis, sucked. Like the Countach and the Diablo. They're for old men to like put in their garage and just stare at. They get stared at more than they're driven. And because they're pieces of shit and they break all the time. And they're expensive to fix. Where this, like you could daily drive a Huracan if you really wanted to. Not that I would, but you could. We'll torque them on the ground. Oh, that one went in nice. John, I'm gonna be honest with you. We need to get some hub-centric rings for these wheels. That's on your to-do list. I do like the design of the wheel. It's just I'm shocked that on a car that goes 200 miles an hour, they didn't put those on. That's a wrap. Nice Lamborghini. Would own. Maybe one day. I need you to subscribe for me to own one of these. How about this? If I hit 1 million subscribers, I will buy one.